So I want to thank each and every one of you for coming today. This is a learning experience for the program specialist at the state office too. We don't get to see the commodity side of it, so we're excited. As I said earlier, we do have a couple that will more mentors that will be joining us, and just trying to see if anybody was here besides Denise yet. I know John's coming later, and Mary Finnegan thought she would be here a little bit late too. So, Denise, I'm going to have you go ahead and start. You can share your screen. And just kind of start out and explain how you check your orders, how you know how much is left in your allotment, and how you get ready for the survey that's coming out or is out.
If you know me, I'm kind of a wing it kind of person, and it's worked the last 10 years. So, but I don't know what this first page is. Well, I'll take that back. The reason I do know what this first page is because U.S. Foods did send out an email the other day about like Mrs. Clark, you probably get ranch from them. We're about out of NOI money for that. And then chicken they had talked about. So that's what that is. That makes sense to everybody. So when that girl sends out the thing that you have to tell her where, I have two schools. So you have to tell her what you want to go where. I believe I go into, okay. Then you go in here, you view this, and what I do every month is I take this and then I copy it over into a Word doc and I print it off so that when I'm doing, I think her name is Julie's spreadsheet, I can mark the stuff off as I type it in what week I want it. I think you can see my screen with me pointing at it, you can't. So like the mozzarella, I have two spools. So maybe I want 6 to go to one place or 3 to go to one place and 3 to go to the other place. Okay. And then I know you guys had talked about the surplus. Again, you can't see me pointing at my screen, which is really bothering me. Here, now you can see me point. So up here, it says that February surplus. We hit add. And then right here, it'll say bonus commodities. These are basically free to you. It tells you what the value is, but you don't have to pay for them. If you can see up on mine here, I'm actually negative in my remaining entitlement because I've actually taken more than what I was allotted. I don't know how I did that, but it's special. So say you want to do carrots, you can add carrots, okay? And they're free. But if you go down, oh, it's all bonus right now. Okay, so if you would come down here, it's going to say, what does it say? It's like the regular commodities, and if you try to add them, it won't let you because you're out of money. So let's just say next page here. So it let me accept this because they're free. That's the only reason I got these. So then you would hit submit. If sometimes you girls get on there the same time I'm on there, and when you try to go to the next page, somebody's already taken one of your products that you had, and it'll be in blue right here. So you have to go back and make it 0. So when that email comes out, I really appreciate it if everyone takes like 20 minutes before they get on there so I can get all the stuff I want. So say this was a mistake. You guys can just hit previous page, make sure that's a 0. All of these have to have a number in it or it will not go anywhere. So sometimes this is super long and you might have accidentally hit a button and had nothing in here. It won't let you go anywhere. So trial and error there. Nothing on here I want. No, I don't need any of that. I'm just going to cancel that. But anyway, that's for your bonuses. We already did one survey, didn't we? Like we said what kind of chicken we wanted and beans. Basically,
Yes.
I just go through that and the stuff that we use, I try to put on there. There was something that we used that didn't make it on the truck last time, so I just rechecked that I would use that. We only use like frozen vegetables, so the canned vegetables, I didn't say that I'd take any of those because I won't. Peanut butter, all we use is a cup, so I said that I didn't want like the big chunk, 5-pound thingies of peanut butter. I don't know, what's the survey that's coming out next, Beth?
Where
Or is
you
that-
do your monthly order. I don't know if where you have to know what you're going to order for next year.
It's just kind of. Oh, I think that's this, isn't it? No. I don't know how I do that, Beth. I think I just do it. Oh, yeah, I do here. Okay, hold on. You do things once a year. Okay, so the survey button, if you hit, again, I'm pointing. You hit the survey button, and if you view it, this is everything that I ordered for the whole year. Okay. And then when that survey comes out, it'll do by month. So in August, I ordered these cheeses, and then you transferred your DOD money. I only put 12,000 in there, and I'm already out. I was out the end of December, so. This breaks it down by month. So when you're doing it, it'll look just like this, but these will all say like August, September, October, November, and you just have to go through and pick what month you want stuff to come in on. And the way I do it is I know that strawberry cups, I have 2 schools, they can easily both use 4 cases a month, that's not a problem. Turkey, we use that for sandwiches. So I do 1 case a month. The cooked cubed frozen ham is for salads. I kind of load it up at the beginning of the year. Like I might order more August through December, especially stuff that goes in the freezer. I'm very lucky. I have a really large outside freezer that I can store things in. So say I have 6 extra cases of strawberries I don't have a home for, I can just leave them in my freezer till January. You can order stuff at the end of the school year. Like you can order all frozen stuff and you'll have it right away in August. So I wouldn't be afraid of adding some stuff to that end of May order. If you do summer feeding, I think they even do like July delivery, I think, but I'm not here, so I don't know. Look at May. Yeah, in May, all I ordered is 1 case of black beans to come in. Oh. Applesauce, 10, really I could use 20 a month. So it's honestly, I just get. I mean, if you've done this for a couple of years, you kind of have an idea of how many cases of applesauce you need, so you order those. I don't get too upset if we have a couple snow days in December or January because, like I said, I order a little bit less, towards the end of the year, so we'll use that stuff up. Anybody have questions? I don't know, I feel like I'm rambling. No questions? Come on, people. Nobody has a question.
Don't be shy. Ask questions, especially since she has her site up. She can answer your questions.
Yeah,
I have a question.
Okay. I'll try.
Okay, how'd you get your bonus again? I didn't get it. I'm on my phone. It's really hard to see. How did you get the free items again?
Okay, so when you log in and you go past that weird screen, you'll go to the sponsor summary, and it's under orders, which is the second one from the right. And the surplus will always be the very first line, and it does say the month for next month. So it says February surplus. And then when you open it, The bonus commodities are always first. So if there is bonus commodities, it'll be first, and it does say bonus commodities on there. Look at this. You see it? Top line to bonus commodities. Does that make sense? And if you listen, when Chad sends that email out for the bonus, I think he does have like the exact steps you go to get to it.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. What about, does anybody ever need to know where they're? Nope.
Can you show them where their allocations are located and how
Yeah.
you tell where there's,
That total donated food thing.
Ah.
So, okay, hold on. See that? To think about this. Actually, I don't know where it's at.
Allie, can you help her?
Where is it, Allie?
Under allocation tab. Is that what you're looking for, Beth? Or what do you,
Like,
entitlement then?
The-
Maybe the entitlement one.
Yeah.
You want a breakdown of the,
no,
that one?
no,
Yeah.
the one that tells you like everything, what it costs you. Like you got $350,000 worth of donated commodities. You have to have it when the auditor comes. Beth, if you wouldn't ask me, I could tell you.
I know. I ask difficult questions. That's all right. Just show them something else. Show them the entire, oh, look at all those.
Look at that, that's fun. So that's what I requested last year for the whole year. And I think that that would probably be helpful, especially if you're new director or new person doing this, to see what they had last year. So that was under report. Hold on. It's kind of like when you go on to put your, oh, there we go. That's it. Oh, here we are. So it has all this pools that they gave money to. Sometimes you have to have this for when you do your report, your audit to the state. Where am I at? $77,000 last year. So there we go. Ordering 2001 value of food chips.
Mhm.
Okay, what did you say, Beth? Where do you want me to go?
You're doing just great.
If anybody knows how to get back to that one screen without logging off and logging back on, that'd be great, because I still don't know how to do that to get to here. So this is your entitlement. This is what you'll spend down when you do that, this next survey that comes out. Because you'll have X amount of money in beef and pork and DOD and all that. I tell people to do DOD, I do like it. Even if you're just getting baby carrots and chopped romaine from them, it's still cheaper because it's completely free. You don't have to pay anything. Anybody have any other questions? I'm better at answering questions.
I do. I have a question. I've been at this for like 2 weeks. I got thrown into this position. Yeah, I'm laughing too. I don't even know what this site is, this Nebraska. I don't even think I'm set up with this.
Probably
How do I
not.
go about that?
What's your name and school?
Kim Shinist, and it's Osceola Public Schools.
Oh, okay.
You're
It
just down
used, it used to be Vicky Klein, and about 2 weeks ago I took over.
Yeah.
And
I'll
she
find
keeps
it.
telling, yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I'll find out who's working with you and I will send you the resource.
I've spoken to Donna Healy. She's looking at my production reports, and we're supposed to have a meeting about
Donna.
those. Is this the same where I'm at here?
No, this is different. This is for the commodities that you get an allotment for.
So I'm not set up here with this.
Okay, but I will,
Okay.
either Donna or I will send you the
Okay.
resource for the contacts for commodities. So
Okay.
you can call Brian and get your login and
Okay.
get set up and have
All
him
right.
kind of explain how to navigate through this.
Yeah.
And then we'll send you another source too. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
great question though.
Thank you.
Poor thing.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I was talking with the Mary Lou Polmeyer over at Blue Hill.
Yeah.
And she was saying how there's a produce part of this, like we can get free produce and they ship it to you every week.
So when I'm talking about that money I diverted to DOD, it's the Department of Defense Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program. So did you put any in there this year, or do you know?
No, I've been kind of playing around with it and learning it that way, but I haven't, I guess I don't click on anything that has Department of Defense. But
So this is how I understand it. So next year, when you go to fill out where your money is gonna go, I think one of the first lines on this new survey that's coming out is actually, it'll say DOD favors. That you'll put some money in there. And you just put a big chunk in there. Like I put $12,000 in there. So then that money goes in there. And then you go, hold on. It's another website if you don't mind. No, please, you won't. Wait, there's this thing. Oops. Hold on. We're in the right screen now. Hold on. Oh! Can you still see the right screen?
yes.
Okay. It's over here. It's a totally different website. I'll just go there for a second. So it looks like this. It's like USDA and all this. You log in. You place new order.
I don't think we can see the right screen, Denise.
I'll do it. Come on, sorry. Let me show you. All right, there you go. And then it only comes once a week, and you have to make sure that you place your order right. But this is like all this stuff that's on there. Like, when we have money, we always order apples, tomatoes, baby carrots, spinach, and romaine lettuce. We always order those every week for both schools. And when you use this, I have 46 cents left. It doesn't cost you anything. Like, you know, when you order this stuff from US Foods, you still have to pay. This is completely paid for with those funds, and you don't have to worry about reconciling an invoice or anything like that. And they do send you little invoices. Like that. Again,
Hi, this is Janet Swalma from Wilbur. I got my girls here. Hey, we were wondering if we can move the money from
Our commodities into the DOD.
move the money from commodities into the DOD.
At the beginning of the year, yes.
The beginning. I can't move it now. I have to wait till the beginning.
No, you can't move it now. Sometimes there's money left over and they'll send an email and tell you that if you, hey, we have $300 for your school, what do you want to do with it? And you can move it to DOD, but that only comes from Chad and them. And
Okay,
that's if there's money left over. Otherwise, this has to be done at the beginning of the year.
okay, so I will make sure done at the beginning. Okay, thank you.
The produce that you get from them, like, is it like really good produce? I only get my produce from Cisco because I've been with them for so long.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Like, sometimes we'll order plums and sometimes they don't look that well, but I just check that stuff and if it ain't right, it goes back.
Okay,
And then when there's a screen where you'll reconcile your invoices on and you can put, it'll say you ordered one, you're gonna put a 0 and then you have to give a reason. You can just say poor quality.
okay. Can you do that with other commodity stuff that like the person before me ordered?
No, you're
Okay.
stuck with that. And then when you guys get your commodity order, you have to take it. Say I screwed up for some dumb reason and I ordered 10 cases of black beans. And they come to my elementary and my elementary manager is like, oh heck no, Denise, I am not taking 10 cases of black beans. She has to take them. The only reason you can send something back is like a mispick or damaged.
Okay,
So yeah, like if someone was there before you and they ordered something weird, you can't send it back.
okay. And then you said something about how we have to go in and reconcile our own invoices.
That's just for the vegetables.
Okay,
And it's super easy. Like it walks you right through it. It's a very user-friendly website.
okay. Awesome, thank you.
You bet.
Denise, somebody asked how you figured the 12,000 to move over to favors the DOD fruit and vegetable program.
So I kind of I do my other stuff first sometimes, like the meats and all that, and then I'll see what's left over. I think last year I did 18, and that was a better number. Like I said, well, let's get real. Everything's gone up so bad price-wise. I'm sure like if this would have been last year, the 12,000 would have got me till March, but it is what it is. So I just kind of guess, and if I don't find a lot of stuff I want that's processed or whatever, maybe I'll put some more in DOD, things like that. I just want to say guess. I'm a very lucky guesser, I guess.
You are.
No. And don't
Okay.
stress about it. Like it's like I said, I put 12,000 in there. It wasn't enough. It's okay. You can still get lettuce from someone else. It's all right.
Right. Okay, I'm going to ask John to just tell us how he does his survey for next year and doing the monthly totals. And we'll start there.
Where's he at?
That better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, so I don't do the DOD because the last time I did it, I didn't think the fruits and vegetables were very good. So I just haven't done it the last 2 years. So when we go through and do the survey, I just kind of guess. That's basically all it is. I use all the money I have. I get all of our hamburger from the Commodities and all of our canned fruits from the Commodities. I rarely buy canned fruits and vegetables from Cisco or anyone else. Most of my vegetables come from the Commodities. What else do you want to know? That's
How do you what if you order something from Commodities and it's not the product that you think is? What do you do?
well, like Denise said, you really can't send anything back. So I find a way to use it. If it's truly something that I'm not going to use, I give to the local food bank.
Oh, yes, and you
So-
can do that.
And I've given them a couple cases of different things, so. The one thing from the commodities, the dried cherries, I've gotten our students to really enjoy. They eat them better than raisins. The dried fruit mix with the apples in it is not any good. I can't get the kids to eat it. I don't like it either, so. But maybe I'm picky.
Hey, John, you're supposed to put it in cookies. That's how they eat it. Put chocolate and some with sugar.
I do lots of baking, like the blueberries that we get. I make an oatmeal blueberry muffin. And the kids, for the most part, they eat them. I use a lot of the oatmeal on no-bake cookies with the peanut butter. Also, I get all of our flour from the commodities. We make our own breads, so I use it that way. We also do a granola that uses the oatmeal and the dried fruit. So. Anything else?
So how late in the year do you order commodities?
I have an order that comes in May. And
Is it
I figure that way I have something to fall back on in August. I don't necessarily like getting my first order in August. I like to wait till September, so.
okay? And do you have any trouble using up your entitlement?
No.
Okay.
I wish it was more.
Okay. Who wants to venture into the terminology, the freebies, bonus, talk about freight costs, processing costs, and transportation costs? Anybody want to dive into NOI? John, do
Quick
you use it? Go
Quick
ahead.
question. Is your allotment and your entitlement the same thing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah. Who uses, between Denise and John, who uses NOI?
I don't think I do because I don't know what it is.
Okay. I think Denise does.
So when you order some stuff from US Foods, there's, oh, hold on. Let me just show you. Never should have taught me this screen sharing thing.
No, this is awesome that you're doing it.
So on US Foods, that's who the state is contracted through to do our commodities. And we used to do it where Smucker's peanut butter and jellies were the commodity that you would get. And then it would be like free, sort of, and you would get it. And then you'd have all these peanut butter and jellies. Well, they changed it that you can do hold on. So now they changed it. Come on. Hold on. You can see the US Foods one now, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So here's an order, and up here is my NOI product list, which means net off of the invoice, which is kind of like a special coupon for us. So let's say we'll just get these mozzarella. Let's get 4 cases of them. So they're supposed to be 60, let's not do those. We'll do these. Okay. Because I just got these in so I can find them easier. So these appetizers, these farm rich, we call them pizza bites. So they're supposed to be $62.70 a cake. Hold on, I know Nicole brought it in here. Oh, maybe she didn't. Son of a gun. I'm gonna be all cool. Damn it. Okay. Okay, so they're $62.70 a cake. But when you get it from US Foods on your invoice, it'll be like $60 and no change. because you get a little bit off the invoice because they're saying that you use some of the cheese that was in Commodities to make this product. Peanut butter and jellies are the same. Let's say they're $75 a case. You order them on NOI, net off invoice, they're $70 a case. Because they're saying the $5 was the peanut butter that Commodities gave Smuckers to make these peanut butter and jellies so they don't cost the same because Smuckers didn't have to buy the peanuts. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
That's like the dumb, easy version of that. Right now, though, we can only use US Foods for NOI. Some other states use multiple brokers and houses and things like that. Remember when I was showing you at the beginning where it said that Mrs. Clark's was like at 99% of entitlement used? So like right now when I go order ranch, let's say it's $40, but I get it for $35 because of the NOI. Next month, when the NOI is gone, I'll have to pay $40 for it. So then technically, it's not a Commodities food anymore. It's just a regular food. Does that seem right? Okay. Any questions about that? Oh, I will tell you, if you use US Foods, they'll make you a product list that has everything. Well, it has everything kind of wink wink. So like they have beans on here, beef crumbles, beef patties, so much pizza, you can't even figure out which pizza you want. Like they have Chinese food on here. I order chicken nuggets and popcorn chicken and all my patties off of this.
So were you using US Foods before they got the government contract for the commodity, for the NOI or whatever it is?
So actually, this is how this works. A long, long time ago, there was this wonderful food company called Thompson. And they actually had the contract with the state of Nebraska to house all of the commodities, the brown box stuff like you order, and then this stuff like I order too. And then they didn't do NOI. It was all ran through the state, and basically Thompson's just kind of housed it. Okay. And that's where the delivery charges and all of that come into play. But now Thompson sold to US Foods, and then when that happened, I don't know who wanted it, but they kind of pushed for the NOI thing, which it actually makes sense. It's a lot easier. And the reason why I think it's easier is that it's all right here. All this stuff counts. Like sometimes you would only have one chicken nugget that counted the old way. And then maybe that chicken nugget wasn't the best chicken nugget for your kids, like they just didn't enjoy it. But now you have like, well, before the pandemic struck, all these chicken nuggets were available. But now it's kind of back to just one, but that's not their fault. Does that make sense? Long story, short answer. But it is really easy the way they have it set up now. I can't complain. And the guy that's doing it this year has been very good about trying to find substitutes and helping you find things on here. I mean, I think they've really stepped their game up this year. I cannot complain. And the other nice thing about this is that you can order other stuff from there too. You don't have to just do your NOI stuff, like order lots of stuff. Because sometimes like Cashway's my other purveyor, if they don't have it, so I get Cashway on Monday and Thursday. I get US Foods on Wednesday. So when something doesn't come in on Monday, I try to order it for US Foods delivery on Wednesday. Then if that doesn't come in, I can still order it again for Thursday from Cashway. And we're ordering 2 weeks out. Got that, everyone?
Okay, Belinda's joined us also. So Belinda, do you want to tell us how you do your survey and the bonuses? Because I know that you're really good at using the bonus and all your dollars. So
I do similar to what Johnny said, I usually set a reminder on my phone or on the computer to check at the beginning of the month for the bonuses. And I look what's there, and I like to utilize it a lot. A tip, I like to use the tomato soup, the tomato sauce, and I add spices and stuff to make tomato soup. Kids really love it. And yeah, I use as much as I can out of that. What else do you want me to explain?
How do you decide how much money or how much you're going to order for each month for like August, September, October?
Like everyone says, it's just like a guessing game. For example, I do order ground beef for each month.
Mhm.
And I like to use the diced chicken a lot. So, and I do use the DOB favors a lot. I put a lot of my entitlement towards that. I've had issues with produce anyways, with Cisco or with any other vendor anyways. So I just stick with the DOB's favors. Let's see. You just spread it apart. You kind of work out some type of menu in a way that, you know, oh, I could use this for this, this for that. So I think that's.
Great job. Okay. I like that you mentioned that the bonuses, the email comes out the beginning of the month. That's great. Does anybody else haven't? Go ahead.
And you could check sometimes once in a while they add more stuff to it. I've seen that all of a sudden I just pop in and look on, there's more items added. But I usually check the beginning of the month.
Okay. So out of the three of you guys, do any of you have any other tips or information? I know that Mary Finnegan was talking about how she still remembers the first couple of years when the survey first came out, that she goes, it'd take her hours and hours to do it. And then she goes, now it's not as bad. So any tips you can help our new managers with?
Don't stress out. It will be okay. Even if you ordered too much diced chicken, then next month make something with diced chicken. It'll be okay.
I have a question. So for somebody that's new, like how long would you suggest us spending time on this to figure it out? Because like I was, from the last training that we have, they said that someone saved like over $20,000, which isn't my goal, but I want to get there. Of just making sure that, I don't know, I'm just, because I was curious on if like I was going to have somebody come work for me so I could spend the whole day doing it so I can just get it done with, or is it just going to be like you spend a couple hours here, a couple hours there a day?
No comment.
I think if you know kind of what your menus are going to be the next year, or if you have previous menus from like last year or the year before, that you can kind of look at and say, okay, I used 8 cases of diced chicken this month, you know, and then you can kind of plan when you go in and do your inventory or for your order for next year. Then you have some kind of an idea of what they've done in the past. I know that when I started, it was, my head hurt. And you just gotta keep plugging away at it. I don't know if you can do it all in one day. But I would just say a little bit at a time. I think, don't we have a couple weeks to fill out our order for next year?
I believe so. I think you haven't,
Or is it a month maybe?
I think it's a month, yeah.
You know, so if you could just take a little bit of time, or, you know, after school or after everyone's gone in the kitchen, usually it's quieter, you can concentrate more. That's what I kind of do. And usually around the 20th of the month, the girls from Kearney will send out an email. You know, right now you can go in and delete things. If you say you've ordered 10 cases of black beans and you don't want 10 cases right now, you can go in and change that after they send you out an email. And usually that happens around the 20th, and you've got maybe a day or two to do that. And also right now with COVID, if you add extra things, there's no extra processing fees. Because I've noticed, I went in there today and I think I've added an extra $2,000 worth of product just because it's free and it's available in there. So, you know, once you get in there, you can look. I know they have lots of black beans. Like tomato sauce was available, tomato paste, sliced carrots in cans, frozen carrots, frozen green beans, things like that. You know, they have an abundance of. You can go ahead and take 15 cases as long as you're going to use them.
And that's when I was talking about that bonus. That's where that's at. What Belinda and John are talking about. The bonus is free. It's free.
Right. And don't you have to go under inventory or ordering or is it allocation?
Can you guys still see my screen?
Orders, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, orders, and it's right here, delivery period surplus.
So then you would click on that ad and then you can go through there and add what you want.
Okay.
It's kind of thin pickings right now, but sometimes there's some good stuff on there.
Yeah, and like I said, usually after the 20th, after people have gone through and deleted what they didn't want or the access, sometimes it improves.
Okay, so what John's talking about, where you can go in and delete some stuff. So like when January is live here, before they close it, it'll say view or edit, and you can hit the edit, and then you can go in here. And if you don't want this mozzarella, you can change it to 4 or 0 or whatever, and then it kicks it back on that other list for someone else to pick up. It's not open right now, so that's why I can't delete anything. But like last month, I gave back some peanut butter, some sliced meat, and something else that Nicole told me I couldn't have. So.
Nicole keeps you in line.
We don't need any more pork.
Okay, are there any other questions?
Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Okay, so when will this email come about ordering it for next year? I guess I haven't seen it yet, or who does it come from?
When did it come out? John or Denise or Belinda?
Are you talking about the one that asks you like what kind of chicken you want in a can or diced?
Yeah, when do we get to start placing the orders again? Like, is it this coming week?
Well, the one that asks you how you want your chicken, that one already came out. That was like a Survey Monkey survey.
Oh, see, I don't.
And who sent that?
It was like Chad and them.
Okay. That'd be Chad Moore
Okay.
or Brian, and I'm not going to pronounce his name because I butcher it.
How long ago did that come out, may I ask?
2 weeks ago, maybe,
2-3 weeks ago.
because I think it was open until the 15th.
Okay, so it would have been like over Christmas break.
No, it's been since the first of the year.
Oh, see, I was gone.
Did we have it before we went to Christmas?
I didn't, but we were out early.
Okay. We have contacted Chad different times and he's helped us a great deal. You know, we're still new to this too, our staff is, so he's helped us.
Brian or Chad will always help you.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been very good to helping
They're
us.
very good.
Yeah, explaining stuff, you know. Yeah, that's my biggest question was that, because I know we'll be getting an order again.
Oh, here, it came out Wednesday, January 5th. And it came from Chad Moore, and it said USDA Food Preferences School Year 23.
Okay.
It looks like this. Ta-da!
And then when's the deadline on this?
I think it had to be in the 15th, like he said.
See, and I was gone on vacation. Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know if it really makes any difference if you didn't fill it out, does it? Because
No.
it's not guaranteeing what you're going to get. That survey comes later.
Okay.
Like, can you see it? Like, it just, like, I want, oh, can you see the screen with it done? I wish I could see what you guys can see. But it just, like, it asks you, do you want yogurt, high protein, vanilla, chill? Well, no, we don't go through that much yogurt, so that's not something that I wish that Commodities would have. So I didn't hit any of those. But I would like cheese, white, pasteurized, sliced, chilled, 6 5-pound packages.
Okay.
Always make sure that you read all the little fine print there, that you don't get like unsliced or weird stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes double read it because it can be tricky.
All right.
Okay, sorry. I was on mute. I'm talking. Any other questions? Mentors, do you have any other question or anything else to share?
I would like to say something. I mean, when you enter this position as a food service manager or director, yeah, your head will hurt, but you'll get through it. It took me 3 years to get through it. Now I'm close on my 10th year. So you'll get better, have faith in you, and everything will turn out. It's a guessing game. And with the help of the state ladies and Chad Moore, he'll help you out a lot. Don't be afraid. We all do mistakes. We're not perfect.
That was awesome. And sometimes people get what I call fat fingers because I have fat fingers all the time. And maybe you're entering something and you put an extra 0, or maybe you put 2 4s instead of 1. If you check it, as they've been talking about, you can give those items up. Okay, any other questions? Okay, just a few takeaways from today to remind you. Keep asking questions. You've been doing great asking questions, and that's one of the ways you learn. Reach out to one of the mentors and ask questions. And next year when the process comes through again, reach out and ask questions. Spend all of your dollars, your entitlement. It helps out your food cost. And use that bonus items. Check at the beginning of the month and then check later too. And for those of you that were here last year, you're probably feeling a little bit more comfortable than you were last year. And for those new managers from this year, when you look back next year at this time, you'll be amazed at what you did this previous year. And it's quite an accomplishment. So just keep in there, ask questions. You can reach out to any of us at the state office, and we are willing to help you out. And if we can't help you out, we'll find somebody who can help you out. We're there to help, to make sure that things are going well. So, any other questions at this time? Okay. If you don't have any other questions and nobody has anything to say, I'm going to let you guys go early. Thank you for joining. This has been great. We've learned a lot. We learned a lot today too, because we don't get to see the commodity side of it. You guys are the ones that do it, because the commodity office and our offices are two separate. They're with the Department of Health and Human Services, and we are with the Department of Ed. So we're two different separate offices. So it's been a great learning experience for us as well. So thank you very much for joining us. And if you have any questions, you should reach out to one of us and we'll try to get it answered for you. And thank you to the mentors for sharing. You guys were awesome.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys later.